All right, y'all. Today we will be talking about free will. Free will. What does it mean to have free will? Usually we look at free will in the religious sense, meaning that God gave you the ability to choose to do bad or to do good. You can either serve Him or you can serve the devil, right? That's the way that we mostly look at it. That's the term that we get it from. But I look at free will like you have the choice to do anything. You have the option to do anything. You have the option to believe in anything. You can either choose lack or abundance. You can choose weakness or strength. You can choose poverty or being wealthy. You can choose to have confidence or have the lack thereof. It's all a decision you make, right? You choose it with the power of your mind. And the only thing that can make that choice true is what you stick with, the story you stick with, the life that you live. If you believe that you are poor, you believe that you live in lack, you believe that you cannot get what you want, you cannot have the life that you want to have, then that's your truth, because that's what you believe in. That's what you chose to use your free will on, right? And that's the point of being free will, is that it's free. You can always choose a different one. You can always choose a different life. You can always choose a different story. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to stay like that. If you believe to choose in that you are rich and wealthy and you always provide it for, you always have what you need, you can provide for yourself and for your loved ones, then that's your truth. The thing is, what makes the free will even more powerful is living in it, living like it. When you live like that thing, when you live as that thing, when you embody it, when you embrace it to its fullest capacity, right? And it's really simple. It's actually really simple, but what you got to get control of is your mind. You have to control your mind, because if your mind is just on autopilot mode, you just reacting off of emotions. You're reacting off of that old mind that you have, off of the old mindsets, the old habits. You still indulging in old things. You don't really have free will at that point, because you're being controlled by a version of yourself that's not who you are trying to become. You're being controlled by outside influences, other people, their opinions, the opinions that you, or the lives that you may see being lived on social media. What do you want? What do you want to use your free will to do, right? And the free will, it goes beyond what I was describing earlier. Free will is choosing everything, every little thing. You got the free will to choose if you want to brush your teeth with your left or your right hand in the morning. You got the free will to choose if you want to put goddamn one sock on and then put your drawers on and then put another sock on. You can do it however you want to do it, bro. Right? Stop being so mundane. Stop being so boring with life. Change shit up. Do random things. Do crazy things. Do things outside of your comfort zone. Right? Don't be a drone. Don't be a bot. Don't just live how somebody else is telling you to live. Don't just take in other people's opinions, thinking they know more than you, thinking they smarter than you, right? Because when you think that, it's like you don't know your power. You don't know who you are, and most of us don't. No matter what we say, no matter what we seem to be portrayed on the outside, most of us don't, because it takes real deep inner work to know yourself, right? You got to know yourself when you in big crowds, when you around people that you love, that you hate, that you like, that you don't like, right? And you gotta know yourself in isolation, when it's just you and your mind, nothing else. Don't distract yourself with your phone, with no food, no nothing. Just you in silence. What thoughts do you have? What feelings do you feel? Right? All these things will help develop your ability to choose, will help develop your mind to have that free will, right? Because it's granted to all of us, right? We all have it. It's just how we choose to use it. What do you choose to spend your time doing? What do you choose to give your energy, your attention, and your focus to? The choice is yours, man. The choice really is yours. Like, it goes beyond everything, man. When you just laying in your bed, you have the free will to choose. I can either scroll right now, or I can visualize the life I want for myself. I can either scroll right now or I can work on that project I've been waiting on. I can go and record that song. I can go and draw that painting. I can go and, um, do my workout. Whatever it is, whatever field you in, whether it's a project you got to work on for your job, whatever, you can choose to have the discipline. You can choose to have, or the lack of discipline, and not do what you know that you need to be doing. Because usually the success we want is on the other side of that thing we avoid. And sometimes it's not always hard work. People always say, oh, the lesson or the success you want is on the opposite side of the hard work you're not putting in. Sometimes the hard work is just sitting with yourself. Sometimes that's harder than actually doing work for a lot of people. A lot of people struggle with being alone in isolation with themselves with no distractions to learn more about who they are. Some people they may think, I don't got to do that to know who I am. But I'm telling you, I ain't saying you got to do that forever, but it's a period you have to do that to really understand you. You have to, right? You don't want to be somebody who becomes consumed by this world. You don't want to be somebody who lives for this world, who lives for impressing other people, who lives for the opinions of others, who just lives to gain validation and do things for this world, right? And we have all become victim to it. Growing up in school, bro. I remember growing up in school, especially in middle school. I used to love being the freshest. Like, I used to love having the flyest clothes, having the cleanest everything, right? And it was cool because it attracted people, it attracts girls to you, and all of these things, right? But I caught on early, man. I could catch on that was fake. That was all fake attention. It was all because if somebody liked you just because what you were doing or what you have on or the way you look or whatever, that's cool, but that's superficial. The ones that's really for you are the ones who really know you, who know you all the way, know your worst parts, your good parts, and they still want to be there to rock with you, right? People that don't put down your dreams or your goals, your aspirations, or try to project their fears onto you, right? And this takes awareness, bro. This takes self-awareness from all parties involved. This is why it's another thing to have that free will to choose your friends, to choose who you have around you, right? It's very important to have other conscious and aware people around you. And when I'm saying that, I'm not saying I ain't saying they gotta live like you, they gotta have the same opinions of you, but they also have to have that same foundation and basis of life to understand that the importance of what you put in your mind, putting in your body, and what you feed your energy to is important, right? The people around you have to know that. If not, y'all just not going. It's just not gonna mesh. It's just not gonna work, right? Because I find that with myself, with a lot of people, to where it's a lot of people in this world, bro. They are smarter than me, more intelligent, more athletic, more whatever, more gifted, whatever. But everybody, no matter how good they are at something, or no matter what it may seem like on the outside, not everybody is living to get a better life. Is not living to have that awareness, bro. They don't understand their own awareness, the power of their own awareness, right? That's what makes you intelligent in just this world and just this life, is having discernment, knowing what you feed into. You have to know yourself. You have to know thyself. And I know that I'm kind of going off on a tangent right here because I don't write nothing down, bro. I just want to get better at saying whatever comes to my mind, whatever comes to my heart, whatever feels true to me on these topics, and I just get it out. I don't even know what I'm gonna say before I start recording for real. I might 2 minutes before and I just go at it. So yeah, man, hopefully y'all enjoying this video so far, man. I know I ain't doing much, but just doing push-ups and talking about what I'm talking about, but yeah, bro, this stuff is highly important, man. It's highly important to live the life that you want to live, the life that you always wanted to live, right? To be into heaven or to be in hell. through the power of your choices, through the power of your free will, through the power of your mind. You know, some of us settle with a life that we may not want. We may have witnessed family members, friends, people, just so many stories of people who just settled because of fear of judgment, fear of how do I want to put this? A fear of being seen, a fear of, some people fear their own success, which is crazy, right? Some people don't want to have that pressure of being successful, of having more acclaim to themselves, right? And we all know, we all hear that fear is not real. It's just a feeling. Like it's literally, it's like this, bro. It's actually just the mind creating stories before anything happens. That's legit what fear is, bro. And I know that all too well. I have dealt with fear so much, and you know, most of us feel it. Most of us go through it, if not all of us. But what used to mess me up was I thought fear meant don't do it, right? But hold on, that could be true. That's true in a sense. I feel like fear is not the word, because I feel like fear means when you feel fear, I feel like it's something that you actually shouldn't do. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm talking about like dumb fear. Like if you in the middle of the woods and you see a bear and you feel fear, don't go attack it trying to be brave. Nigga, run from that motherfucker. Like, I'm not saying that type of fear, right? Like, I'm not saying, oh, I'm fearless, I'm about to go jump off a cliff with no parachute. Like, I'm not talking about that kind of thing. I'm talking about whether it's you have a public speaking engagement, whether it's you got a big game coming, you got a big test, you may have anxiety around a test you got to take, or you got a job interview, whatever makes you feel that way. I guess it's more anxiousness or anxiety, I guess, more than fear, I guess. But those are things I'm saying, get out your comfort zone with, and you go push through those, and you go push through that kind of fear to get better, right? You may have a fear of saying no. You might have a problem with saying no. You may have a problem with speaking up and standing up for yourself. That's the type of fear that you got to overcome. Those type of things you got to get outside of your comfort zone and do those things, even when you feel that fear, even when your body is shaking, even when your voice is shimmering, stuttering, whatever. Your palms may be sweaty, whatever it is, push through that, no matter what happens, and be proud of yourself for going through it, no matter how it plays out, because you got to understand, man, this is about your mind. And whatever happens, happens, right? If you're somebody like me, you probably spent a lot of time dwelling in the past about certain things that you did or didn't do, right? What I had to realize was that's not real, and I was using my free will to choose to think about those things when I did not have to. You know, free will is not just action, bro. Free will is thought. You have the free will to think. You have the free will to think about what you're thinking about. You have the free will to choose a thought. You don't have to keep thinking about the negative. You don't have to think about, oh, I got all these bills to pay, I got all of this. You know, you can choose something else, right? You can choose to think that your bills is already paid. A lot of people are gonna say, oh, that's crazy, but they not, so why would I do that? Bro, life is too damn magical. Too many crazy things, too many good things be happening for you to just think against yourself, for you to not think that anything can happen, right? You could wake up tomorrow with a random deposit in your bank account, with a random check in your mailbox from something years ago. You never know, bro. You never know with this life thing. So never give up on yourself. Never give up hope in yourself. That's your choice, right? That's your free will. You can give up, right? You can give up. Like, bro, sometimes I be feeling like torn when I be seeing like them homeless people on the streets, or them like extra drugged out people, and I be like, I wonder what happened in life for them to get that way. Like, did they have a messed up childhood? Did a lot of traumatic things happen to them? Did they make a lot of mistakes or whatever? Like, but then it's like they also chose that for themselves. because whatever setbacks they had, they allowed it to get them so low. They allowed it to take over their mind, take over their life, right? And then I have thoughts like, okay, maybe I'm just being insensitive. Maybe something that I've never been through has happened to them to where they got like that. But you gotta trust yourself and know yourself enough to know you can wrangle your mind in any situation, no matter what happens, no matter how bad or good it is, which is an illusion in itself, good or bad. That's just your awareness, how you think about it, right? You can change how you think about anything. I don't care what happened. I don't care what it seemed like. You don't have to take what the world thinks is bad and say it's bad. You ain't got to take what the world thinks is good and say it's good. You choose it. You are the operating authority in all of life, in all of reality, but you choose to let the world influence your power, right? You don't have to do that. You operate the whole thing, bro. It's all coming from you. All of life is. So use your free will wisely. Use your free will wisely. Use your free will and your ability to choose wisely. With your actions, your thoughts, your awareness, the people around you, the things you put into your mind, to your body, your energy. Choose wisely, man. But yeah, that was all I have for y'all today, man. Y'all stay up and stay blessed.